Alright, so we're back here at the house. What's going on here is I'm gonna wire up this and just use it the way it was pretty much made from the factory. Just a spinner motor. So, the reason I decided I'm gonna do it this way is for two reasons. Honestly, first and foremost being is right in there, I don't have enough room. I don't think to put a switch because it's actually wider. It's a double pole, double throw switch, which means it has 3 positions and 2 different poles, and you can throw it 3 ways. So basically what it would be up would be power, and it's a momentary switch, so as soon as you let off, it goes right back to off. The middle would be off, and then the down would be power. And that would be for extend and retract, because that's just how that actuator would work. So, most people would say, hey, well, throw it right there. Well, can't do that either. There's a heat sink right in that box, right up here in the front, and the switch would hit it. So it's not just as simple as doing that. I could probably do something else, and I may do it. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But anyway, so what I'm doing here is I already got one done. I went out and I measured how much I need, and it came out to about 18 foot. I really only need 16, but an extra 1.5 foot, 2 foot. I'm not going to go exact. Gives you a little bit more to work with and route and go around things. And if you have too much, you just, loop it up nice and neat like that and zip tie it up out of the way. You won't have a problem. The other thing is that, if I take it off that truck and put it on a longer one, or reroute it or whatever, it'll help that out a lot too. Now, if I decide to do the actuator on there, then we're gonna have to come up with something different anyway. I actually ordered some 4-wire ribbon for just a little trailer. That way I'd have one plug for everything and it'd be good to go. So if that's what I end up doing, then that's what I'm going to use is that. But so let me go ahead and cut this, and I'll kind of show you what's up with connecting wires and how I do it and my thought process and things like that. So let me go ahead, and basically how I'm going to do this is I'll start here, and knowing that I need 18 feet, what I'll probably do is just run this out to 9 and fold it in half back on itself, and that's what I'll do. So let me do that quick, and I'll pick you right back up. Okay, so I got that cut, and I went ahead and cut the other side too. Alright, now, some of you are going to go ahead and notice this, and I don't blame you. I agree. That wire's black too. So, here's the thing with that. I have black wire, and that's what I'm going to use. I work on my own stuff anyway, so I know what's wrong with it if something happens. So, I don't know where my good strippers went, but something else that you guys will probably point out, and I agree, it probably should be soldered, but I'm using these and some heat shrink tubing. And on this particular end, it doesn't really matter. Hang on, let me deal with these dogs. Alright, so the dogs were playing, and they like to get a little noisy. So anyway, back to what I was saying. These crimps aren't really the best ones, but they work. Alright, so, especially if you take a little time and do them right. So here's how I do mine. I use one of these dimples like that. Okay, now I got a good positive crimp, and then what I'll do is I'll switch over to these guys, which are for your insulated crimps. And what that'll do is that will fold this whole thing over and help to keep it a little bit neater. And then I'll take this guy and pinch it up tight again. And then you end up with a little bit neater of a crimp once it's all under. Plus, that holds pretty good. This is just some heat shrink tubing that came with that kit. And it works pretty good. You can buy quite a few different varieties of this. Some will have glue in it. Some of it will just be, you know, kind of junk. The stuff from Harbor Freight is not bad for, like, you know, heat shrink, just kind of for an appearance thing. It's better than nothing. It'll keep a little bit of moisture out, but it ain't great stuff. Like, actually, here's some of it. And I like it, but it's definitely not the end-all, be-all. And then another type of crimp that's really good. These ones will glue together for you whenever you heat them. They're awesome. They keep moisture out. But the only issue with these is when you crimp them, you actually cut this a little bit. So you got to be, you know, either take a little glue or a little RTV or dielectric grease, or even throw another piece of, you know, regular heat shrink over them, and it'll do wonders. But anyway, so now that I have that end taken care of, okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I put a piece of heat shrink over both ends of that. Now I'll run that all 18 feet. Okay, so now I'm right up here with my my columns here. So, or my other connections. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow this blue wire out because it's the same color, and this is how you do things like this and identify it. And not that I'm saying to do it, but every now and then you're in a pinch and you don't have a choice. So we're gonna wrap a piece of tape around this one. So I know that the blue one has tape on it. And just break that off. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and get these back together. Now I do have a fish line outside for this, for running wire and stuff. Not gonna bother with it. I bought this, this is, I forget what size, but it's like a woven wire loom, and it expands and contracts like that. And it makes it slightly interesting sometimes to put the put your wire in here. But this stuff does, it works nice, and it helps keep everything nice and neat. So what I do with it is I'll get it on as far as I can, and then you have to, like the end of my wires here, you have to kind of push it all together and then pull all your slack. And just kind of think of like how a worm moves. And that's how I get my wire through. So I got a couple minutes of fishing here. It's not going to take me that long, but I'm going to go ahead and fish that, and then I'll pick you right back up and show you where I go from there. Okay, ladies and gents, so anyway, what I did was I slipped over my heat shrinkable tubing and just shrink that, and then, you know, that gives it a nice don't move. And I did the same thing with the other end. And as you can see, I'm I'm 6 foot, and I got another foot to go here. So that's obviously not really that optimal. So, okay, back from the phone call. So what I did was I took this heat shrinkable tubing and I did both ends. I'm about 7 foot shy of what I need to, you know, wrap both of these wires up. But I think I have some out there, and if not, I'll order some, and I'll just order a little bit bigger, and that way I can just slip it over this plug. But so anyway, this is the black lead. The other one has tape on it, which I did on the blue one. So anyway, what we're doing, you put it on there. Gonna go ahead and tie this up. Now this one, I'm probably gonna like double heat shrink, and I'm gonna wrap it in electrical tape as well. And I always see. I don't know if this really truly helps, but I twist the wires together, and then I go ahead and give it a good old crimping. And then, like I did before, I'll follow that up with a fold over like that. Put it back into this one with the little nub. Oh, there's Kaya. Come here, Kaya. Come here, Kaya. Here you go. This is Kaya. You guys have met Bolt, but yeah, these guys they're my little buddies. So, and we got Case too. I don't know where he's at. Come here, Case. Come here, Case. Come on. And Bolt, obviously. They come over here and stick their heads in between my armpits every so often, so. But, and then get their nose tangled. Go lay down. Come on. Go. Go. Bolt. Go. Alright, well, I don't have, I don't have any more, heat shrink tubing, and it doesn't matter because that bigger stuff won't even fit over this plug. So, not the end of the world. What you do in that case, and I think I have enough, is you just wrap it in electrical tape, and then like I said, I think I have the other type of loom that will stick out. It's a plastic stuff. So I'll put it in that, and it shouldn't be an issue. But in the meantime, this is what I'm going to do. And this is extra protection. So, I'm not going to show putting, mounting. Well, maybe I will. So what you do with this, I can't find the extra heat shrink, but what I'm doing is just going to go ahead and wrap a good portion of this. Once I get out here towards the end more, I'll just start making it a little bit of a looser wrap, but I'm trying to protect the abrasion area that's going to be here and anything that might get water into that. And then I'm pretty sure I have the normal plastic style that has a split down the center and you just tuck it in. So that's what I'm going to work on for right now, is wrapping this wire. And then tomorrow I'm going to put this control box into my truck. I don't know if I'm going to bother filming that or not. I'll probably just wait and do like a test run. I'll probably film that. I'll show you maybe once I'm totally done. Maybe I'll do the after install, but I don't think I'm going to bring the camera along for the actual install process because wiring is not exactly a fun thing for me to do. So I'm not going to bring that along because I get aggravated when I'm wiring, running it in stupid places, and the truck's going to be cold and drippy and wet, and just not a fun time. No better time to be doing this kind of thing than right now in February. And it's supposed to be warm tomorrow, so any ice that is on the truck is going to be melting and dripping in my face. And, I've always got some choice things to say about that. So, we'll try to keep this kind of a clean channel as far as language goes. But anyway, you guys get the picture. So I think that'll pretty much be it for tonight. I don't know, we'll see. Actually, no, I'll bring you back in a minute. We're going to put this on. That'll go there. I got to figure out which way I'm going to mount it. Probably going to be on that side. I'll explain what that is in a minute. Okay, so anyway, so what I ended up actually doing was I cut this back off and slipped over some of that heat shrink tubing after I wire wrapped everything, because it shrank down enough on the electrical tape that it pinched up pretty tight. And then whenever I ran out of that, I just double layered the electrical tape. So I've only got a like a 2-foot piece here that's not covered with more than electrical tape, and even that's double layered. Okay, so it's now tomorrow. Well, I just noticed that I forgot it was going to be an issue, but it doesn't matter. I'll fix it. That truck is sitting crooked. That's because the hanger on this side is no good. So I got a couple of them, but that's not a project for today. I'll probably pull the bed off this truck. I got to put new gas tanks and stuff in it. So anyway, I'm not going to film the entire installation here because it's too dark in here. I can't get this in the shop and roll around on a creeper, so I'm just going to kind of do it and then have it over with. So I'm going to pull some wires down through here and figure out what to tie in into my fuse box, and I'll kind of update you once I get to that point. And that'll pretty much be the end of this video. Okay, well, I can't find a good spot to mount this in here, so here's what I come up with. It's a little bit ghetto, but we'll see if it even works for now, and then in the future here I'll come up and make a mount, which shouldn't really be that big of a deal. I'm just too lazy to do it right now. That'll also give me some time to kind of come up with something. So, well, that's what we're going to do for right now. Okay, so it works. They're wired into my dash back here. And I ran all the wire. And it came out and it was just perfect. It should have went just a touch longer, but this is working. So what I'm gonna do, flip this thing around, and I'm gonna throw a few shovelfuls of salt down her gullet and see how she acts for that. I don't know if you can tell, but right there's a little drip. Blue brake line. Awesome. So anyway, this is a 120-pound hopper. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up. That should be good enough, I guess, for a test. So first thing I want to do is this gate's open. I want to make sure that this is all going to be pretty good, which I should be. It's all built plenty strong enough. But what I want to do is, yep, that's going to be an issue. So I'm going to have to keep my gate closed when I'm not using it. Alright, well now that's running, I'm going to open my gate here. That's a pretty good spread for a, you know, a driveway, really. It's coming, that's probably throwing about 15 feet wide, maybe. that's not even all the way up, but it is working pretty good. Let me turn it all the way down and see where it stops. All right, well, that actually works pretty good. So I'm gonna go salt a piece of road in the community. It's pretty bad, even with a blown brake line, I guess. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not gonna go far. I still have front brakes, still only rears. You know, not that that's a good thing, but so I guess this truck will be on bed rest until I fix that. So I guess I'll have to be this week because we're supposed to get snow. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is drive down here with the gate open and see kind of how big of a problem it's gonna be. But we're gonna come down here and stay off main roads, seeing as, like I said, don't have a brake line. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and throw some salt. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and call that a success. So this last little bit will it'll work itself out here. We'll just do this. I plan on, you know, taking this off whenever, you know, it's in storage, so this will all be upside down, keep it dry. But, that's something we'll have to make sure we take care of. Hose this thing off pretty good whenever, you know, obviously whenever we're done using it. Or at least blow it off with the air compressor or something. But minimal amount of salt back here, so that's alright. I'm gonna see what I can do about fixing this brake line, but that'll wrap up this video, so hopefully I can put that to use this year. So let me see what I can do about this brake line, and I'll catch you guys later.